The next step is to do a perspective drawing on a large sheet of paper. In this case, I'm using a piece of poster board, which will work. The next stage is to do a perspective of the layout that you just did with the grid on a large piece of paper. I'm using just a piece of poster board. This is just simply to get the technical part down. First thing you do in the perspective drawing is to put an eye level line in. So I'm putting an eye level line in at the top as high as I can get it. And I'm going to put two vanishing points, right and left one, on each end. The next thing you want to do is you want to put a ground line. So the ground line should go near the bottom. Oh, this would be a ground line. We're going to use it as a measuring line. What we're going to do is throw that rectangle in perspective. So this will be a measuring line across the bottom here. This is to measure the grid. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to position it so that the long side is going to that vanishing point and the short side is going to the left vanishing point. So I'll put my corner, which would be this corner right there at that point, and it's a little bit over from center. Should be a little bit to left of center. So then I'm going to use that as my corner, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw to the vanishing point over here to get the right side, and I'm kind of going to, basically the first thing you've got to do is you've got to guess on or eyeball, the size. And so I'm going to that vanishing point over there for that one, and that's the left side. And then I'm going to estimate how big this is going to be. So the long side will be this big. Short side should be a little smaller, so I'll make it about that big. And then I'm going to finish the rectangle. And this rectangle is going to be the overall borders of the layout. So and then going to the other vanishing point over here. So now what I got is the overall piece of paper, so to speak, in perspective. And I'll outline that in black just so that it's clear and separate from the construction line. So here's a piece of paper. The outer edges of it, you can see, of course, it's a rectangular piece of paper, but in perspective, of course, it's going to be, you're going to have that distortion. The key of doing the graphic in perspective is to get the right foreshortening. Now, this is the part that might be a little confusing, but what you have here then is the outer edge. Now, the part that might be a little confusing would be the measuring part, trying to get the grid right. And to do that,